Welcome to ReDREAM's video on electricity markets. My name is Rubén Rodríguez Vilches, and I will be your guide as we explore the inner workings of these markets. We will cover a range of topics from which type of electricity markets exist, how electricity is traded in them, and what they are used for. So, let's get started. Throughout this video, we will explain how the most important electricity markets work. These are the day-ahead and intraday markets, in which most of the energy we consume is traded, balancing and congestion management services, which are in charge of maintaining optimal technical conditions of the network and balancing between generation and demand, and lastly, local flexibility markets, an innovative market in which distribution system operators can request flexibility services from local providers in order to solve problems in their network, or even trade energy between neighbors. Let's start with the day-ahead market. These markets schedule power generation a day before it is delivered. Generators and consumers participate in this market. On both sides, energy retailers can represent the consumers in these markets. The common is to contract an energy supplier to provide electricity in our houses. Industries, on the other side, can participate directly in them. This happens mainly in electricity-intensive enterprises. The prices and energy to be delivered are cleared through the process called auction, where generators bid on the amount of electricity they can produce at each hour of the day and which price are willing to accept. While in the other side, retailers and direct consumers bid the price are willing to pay and the energy needed. Electricity prices then are cleared and scheduled for at least each hour of the day, meaning there are at least 24 different prices throughout the day. Here we have an example of the prices for a day in the Spanish day-ahead market, which has 24 prices for a day. There could be up to 96 prices for a whole day. This means that exists the possibility to have a price for each quarter of an hour. This market is the most important because most of the energy that is consumed in a country is traded in this market, largely determining the price of the electricity we pay in our bills. Intraday markets works the same way as the day-ahead market, but in this case is used to handle changes in forecasted electricity demand or supply after the day-ahead market. These markets allow buyers and sellers to trade electricity up to a few minutes before the time of delivery. An example of how this market is used is when a solar farm forecasts that they will not be able to generate as much power as they sold in the day-ahead market due to weather conditions, breaching the agreement reached in the day-ahead market. This generator can then use the intraday market to sell or buy electricity and adjust their market position to match reality. Balancing services are organized by the system operator to maintain the balance between generation and demand in real time. If generation and demand are balanced, electricity frequency will be constant at 50 Hz. Suppose there is a change in generation that is not compensated on the other side. In that case, the system will be unbalanced, the frequency will change, and the system stability will be in danger. So, to maintain the balance, different products are available to keep the frequency within the operational limits. First of all is primary reserves, also known as frequency containment reserve. After this one are automatic frequency restoration reserve. If the contingency is not solved, it is activated the manual frequency restoration reserve. And lastly are the replacement reserve. We can see that each service has a different actuation time. For example, primary reserves being the fastest, reacting almost instantly. Tertiary reserves, on the other side, acts after the deactivation of secondary reserves, around 15 minutes after the unbalance. These services are procured by the system operator on a market basis or through bilateral agreements with the providers. Another service essential to know is the congestion management service. Grid operators use these services to maintain the operation of the grids without physical constraints. Problems in high voltage transmission lines, like voltage problems or congestion, are solved in this service. Depending on the country, grid operators contact the market agents directly to help solve these problems, or even could have a specific market for this service. Lastly, we are going to present the local flexibility markets. This market is the most innovative of those presented and is starting to be deployed in some countries. The development of the flexibility markets is defined in the Clean Energy Package and regulated in the European Directive 2019/944. This defines that distribution system operators, also known as DCOs, have to make use of flexibility services in order to improve the efficient operation of their networks. This means that instead of carrying out actions such as new installations, making a huge investment of money, and emitting CO2 gases, DCOs are committed to procuring flexibility from prosumers close to the source of the problem. The particularity of this market is that the participants are the prosumers and their electricity resources, being both generation and consumption. In addition, the use of these resources is local, which means that the services used in this market are procured from the resources located in the same town, county, or region. Moreover, the possibility of selling and buying energy can be explored in this type of market. It could be the case that you could sell to your neighbor the energy generated by your solar panels that you are not consuming. We hope this video on electricity markets has helped you understand how they work. Thank you.